What's up guys, we're gonna show you how we made Overdrive.
Let's answer to your questions now. The bass of the drop of our track Overdrive is a mix between two plucky bass and two saw. There's a real synthwave vibe in it. The plucky bass are from Nexus, just right here. There's a second one, a Serum plucky bass here, and then two saw bass, one from Analog Lab from Arturia, super fat bass. It's a preset, just right here. It's super easy to create a bass like that. I will show you if you want to use it for your production. You just open Serum, then you just create a synth with some saw. Okay, you can put a compressor. I think we need a little bit of filter, just right here. Yeah, it's something like that. Here it is.
So we're gonna talk about the drums. First of all, the center of the track, the kick. What we like to do in a pop track, like pop electronic track like Overdrive, we like to have a clear sound. So to have a clear sound, you should make a kick and add a tambourine on it. So if you listen both together, you have that. You will see it's crazy. Your mix will be clearer than ever. And to find a kick, I always use splice. We don't create our own drums generally, so we use splice and we search between like 200,000 and more results. And then you need to dig for hours until you find the perfect one. So first of all, the kick. Then what you need is, of course, a hat. You can have it like a hat, you can have a hat loop. It depends on the style of the track. Then we just choose the really easy and simple one. Really easy hats. Then to have a good clap, like you can mix clap together. So what we like is usually we do 2 or 3 claps. If we did 2, get a first clap like that. Can use a lot of claps, but we use a lot the 909 to make the first clap. So you get that vintage 90s vibe. And then we add another clap on it. It's also spliceable. And when you mix both together, you get a complete one. Let's listen to everything together. Okay, so you begin to have a good groove, a good beats. And then what we like to do is to put an special FX, like a noise in the background, to have a continuity between all of this. You don't hear it clearly in the mix, but it makes really the difference. It's like the glue between all of that. So when you listen to the full drums section, we got the kick and the tambourine, the hat, the 2 claps to have a complete one, and then we got the FX in the back, the noise to make it like sound like a glue between all of that. Okay, so you got the groove, and then we can add the bass to have the complete rhythmic session of the track. So if you should remember one thing about that is to clear your mix, put a tambourine, a fucking tambourine on your kick, and you will see it make the difference.
Okay, we have the bass, we have the drums. What about the lead? What a tricky question. It took us a lot of time to do it because we wanted to have an organic vintage sound without any vintage synth. We have a lot of layers here. Let's start with the Serum sound. We use 2 GNO oscillator from the analog section of Serum. And here it's interesting because we wanted to have a really dirty sound. We added a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise to give an organic vibe. Okay, we got a second Serum just right here. Same, there's a GNO oscillator, then a basic shape. It's a vintage touch synth. You can hear it. It sounds like a vintage GNO. Okay, we wanted to have a warm synth to give some frequency to the sound. We decided to use a DX7 Road Saw preset just right here from Arturia. And all together, it's really nice. Okay, I want to show you something here. I really love to play the note because you have an interesting velocity just right here and it gives a human touch to the sound. Okay, now we have 2 Serum, 1 DX7 from Arturia, then we added some Nexus, I think. It's bounced, but I think it was Nexus. Steel drums style. It gives more attack to the sound. Listen to it now. And then another synth, an imitation of a Prophet, and that's it. It sounds good. It sounds good, but it misses something, a special touch.
Okay guys, so what we need now, I think, is a bit of guitar to give a more living, organic sound to the sound of the lead. So we're gonna put a guitar not in front, but in the back, in the mix, to give this life, this organic feeling inside the riff. So let's record some guitar. We're gonna do some harmonies like... So I record this guitar, then I use Guitar Rig for the sound of it. Inside Guitar Rig, I use the PT Clean Echo Mode Verb, so to have this sound. So we have this, and then to have a more complete sound, I take this part and I play it at +12 higher. So we have this. And together that's. And if you put this guitar with the whole synth sound, we got, I think, more than 9 layers. You got this. So what we need now is a bit of attack and rhythm inside this big riff. And we're gonna add some drums. I use demo drums by Nexus. And it's really, it's really easy. It's something, like that. We do the rhythm of the riff. It's for, more attack in all the sound. And then to make it more vintage, I just add a bit of flanger at like 80% in the mix. And when you put everything together, you have this big lead. So 9 layers, pretty big, and that's why it's so complicated to make a riff like that doesn't sound cheap, that doesn't sound too cheesy, too fake. And it took us maybe 1 month to do it. Okay.
Because we are talking about pads, this part. Okay, this sound, just right here, sounds like an old Jupiter. Sadly, we don't have Jupiter. So this sound was made with Nexus, just right here, with the vintage synth extension. This sound is really nice. You can use any distortion, decapitator, here it's a serum distortion. You can use whatever you need, and yeah, it sounds like that. It's a bit dirty, cloudy, and what's cool at this moment, the vinyl break effect. It's really easy to do it. I will show you. Here, you take this tool. It's in French, sorry for that. And you just choose the moment you want to do the slowdown effect. It gives a lot of power to this moment. Yeah, I really love it.
So guys, we're gonna talk about the pads, the chords of the track. It's really the soul of it, and it's what makes the sound of the voice so big. So it's here really to help the voice. Contrary to Cesar, I don't play it. I write it directly in the computer like that. So I can play the notes and add some little, adds in it. So. For example, I don't like this high note, so I'm gonna play it like lower. So what I like with this pad, it's like, it's easy, it's synthwave, it's vintage, and it really helps the vocal. The track is briefing right now.
This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching.
and see you soon for other tutorials.